Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Return Policy. Today I'm doing a mini review on the Datel Action Replay PowerSaves for your Amiibos. First off, I just wanted to say I hope everybody had a very safe and fun Thanksgiving and that your holidays are continuing and as festive all throughout this holiday season. So to be honest, I really wanted to say that I'm kind of naive when it comes to Amiibos. A few years ago, I really was into collecting them, especially when the Wii U version of the Super Smash Bros. Came out, and I got caught up into that craze in buying and hunting and finding and looking, searching, and obsessing over Amiibos, even down to collecting about a giant Ziploc bag's worth. And if you're even more obsessive, I also have a lot of Amiibos still in boxes, in a giant box as well, of course. But even though a few years ago I thought this was one of the coolest things and started collecting them like crazy, I started to think that they're going a little bit too crazy. Nintendo's going a little bit too crazy in creating both the Animal Crossing cards, the Super Mario line, even more Fire Emblem Amiibos, and so on and so forth, thinking that, okay, well, the craze might have died out, but they're still going to keep on going, but it'll slowly fade away. And essentially, I was definitely wrong, and they're not only still in it, they've actually outlasted most of the other Toys to Life franchises, including Skylanders, Disney Infinity, and unfortunately most recently Lego Dimensions, one of my favorites. Nintendo is still making Amiibos, and I doubt they'll continue to stop. I doubt they will actually stop. And now there's rumors of them creating a cereal with the box itself acting as an Amiibo. Not surprised, but I hope the cereal does taste good. So while I was doing a little bit of window shopping, I saw this one here at a local GameStop. And after doing just a very, very light amount of research, I picked this one up on Amazon and decided to give it a shot without really knowing its main purpose other than what I can see on the box, including backing up and adding some extra features or extra powers. So you have the little kind of a base to put your NFC and your Amiibos on top of. You have the power tag. It comes with one automatically. Of course, there are more sold separately. And finally it comes with a USB mini cable that you can connect either to a Windows computer or an Apple computer. So I'll skip most of the instructions on installing the application and kind of really get down to the meaning of the review, since this item has been out for a while and it's not necessarily strictly for the Nintendo Switch. It works alongside for your Nintendo Wii U as well as your newer Nintendo 3DS is capable of interfacing with Amiibos. So after looking up at a few of the features, I came across something both online through YouTube as well as just kind of browsing through the internet, that the Action Replay here allows you to download certain profiles. And this might have formed part of the cheats for the Amiibos, and you can get extra powers, or say if you play Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, you can download a profile for one of the Amiibos you own and be able to have a super powered level 50 Marth or a Mario Amiibo that could fight for you, with you, or against you. One of the lesser advertised features of the PowerSaves that I also discovered online is that not only does it allow you to download profiles for Amiibos that you have and can have for powered up reasons, it allows you to download profiles for Amiibos that you also don't have. And I'm not too sure if this is more of like a gray area, but me personally, knowing that Nintendo will constantly make more and more Amiibos, you're left to hunt down or try and pay very high prices for these Amiibos. When in fact, for me personally, what I really wanted to do with the Amiibos is to scan them in, rip open the box, scan them in, and get the unlockable features. And what I found out with this guy here is, since you can download certain profiles for Amiibos and put them onto the provided single power tag, it allows you the ability to scan certain characters, Amiibos that you don't have or can't find or simply can't afford. Now, all in all, whether this kind of added feature was not necessarily intended or it was kind of alluded to, I sure as heck didn't see that described on the box. But after doing a little bit of searching online, it looks like that was one of the more benefits of this one here. And essentially, if you want to have the certain amount of unlocks for Amiibos that have been discontinued, say for even Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to get extra Mii costumes, or even for the newer Super Mario Odyssey unlocks. So you can download that profile onto the power tag, and then you use that power tag and unlock them onto your Nintendo Switch or console of choice that has the Amiibo compatibility, and get those same unlocks without having to scour, overpay, or just kind of hunt for those specific Amiibos for either that piece of armor or for that piece of costume that you wanted, by not having to purchase the Amiibo. The main thing is, I wasn't too sure if Nintendo really wanted to allow that. And fast forward to 2017, Nintendo makes quite a bit of Amiibos, and it does not look like they're planning to slow down anytime soon. And certain games, I think unfairly, still want you to purchase these Amiibos to get certain unlocks. And in particular for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the new Champions Amiibos were released, and if you wanted to get the specific type of armor, you would have to have bought those Amiibos. And while you do get a cool kind of a figure to go with it, and things for your shelf or on your desk, things like that, you are still paying for DLC. And in buying those Amiibos, you're just kind of unlocking it for the game. And for my purposes, even though I've spent so much on all these Amiibos already, I really just kind of want the unlocks in the game. And so picking up this PowerSaves ended up kind of being an odd benefit. So what it all comes down to is, if you're still looking for Amiibos for collecting the figures, by all means, more power to you. I have plenty to go around nowadays, almost too many. But now, if you're more like me and you kind of like the unlocks that Amiibos provide, but don't really want to go through all that hassle and buying Amiibos, searching for them, even overpaying for them for the rarer ones, what I found out with the Action Play PowerSaves is that it does give you the ability to unlock profiles for specific Amiibos and get those unlocks through kind of a legally gray or however area it allows you to do it. So all in all, if you want to use these for as intended to back up your Super Smash Bros. Amiibos, you can do it. And if you wanted to use it for other reasons to get some unlocks, you can do that as well too. I'm not gonna describe where to find those profiles. You can use a Google search or at your own leisure, that's for sure. But I just want to let you know something that I found out, and that feature is there. So is this worth the price tag? And the price tag for this one at the time was $29.99. It's probably discounted, or you can find it cheaper elsewhere. For $29.99, and you could use it for its purposes, I still think it's a little bit more expensive, and it kind of escapes the lure of the Amiibos, because you're really collecting a cool looking figure, but you really just want those unlocks. All in all, if you do pick this up and you think it's worth the added features for unlocking things for your games, I want to say that the PowerSaves is definitely a keep it. But also, with that said, I don't know how long a lot of the features will be still offered with this accessory, since it's not, to my knowledge, officially licensed, and Nintendo could change certain things however they feel like it at any whim for any kind of firmware update, and you may lose a lot of the functionality of the PowerSaves. So even though it does work for me or you or whoever, so currently at the time, be kind of cautious that this might not have its functionality, a year or two from now, or however, if Nintendo feels like cutting these extra features off. Whew. All right. Anyways, just want to say thank you everybody for taking the time to watch this episode. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, safe as well as filling. Hope you had some good food and some good shopping over the past weekend as well too. Hope you guys have a great rest of your holidays. I am planning to make a few more of these. If you did like this review and it wasn't too kind of iffy, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you thought, you know what, I'm going to buy these Amiibos, forget you, like Daisy here, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. That's cool too. If you guys plan on sticking around for more episodes and reviews, I do plan on staying on for the semi-long run. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Other than that, thanks again so much for taking the time to watch these little reviews, and I'll see you next time.